Good morning, all. Becky, the Southern Yankee here, and I am going to try out my brand new Ninja Possible Cooker. I received this as a gift for Christmas, and I'm so excited. I'm going to try out a recipe in it. My previous Crockpot broke, and the whole crock actually cracked. And the issue nowadays is it's more expensive to replace the crock. And a friend of mine had gotten one of these and thought it was wonderful. Got a great deal from Kohl's on this, so we paid less than $100 for this, and it does all the wonderful things. You can see it's got slow cook, it does the saute, steam, you can sous vide, braise, bake, proof bread. So if you're a bread baker, kind of cool, pretty neat. So we're gonna try it out today. We're gonna be making some Crockpot creamy white chili. This is actually a recipe from the Skinny-ish dish. And I love white chicken chili. And I actually, as per most cooks, took a little liberties with this. I've tweaked it a little. I'm gonna probably tweak it just to lower some of the calories, make it WW friendly. And so I'm just gonna get it started in my Ninja Possible Cooker. And this is the coolest little spoon rest. It's adorable. It's probably gonna annoy me and I'll probably not end up using it, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. I've got it on and I'm going to turn the dial. It's already on slow cook, so I don't need to do that. And let's see, you can change it. So I think what she says in her recipe is to cook it 7 to 8 hours or on high for 5 hours. So let's see if we can, we're gonna do 6. Let's go with 6 to start and we'll see what we do from there. Let's see, temp on high or low. Yeah, let's do low, and maybe if we're gonna do low, let's move it to 7. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Sounds just like all the other Ninja products with its little beeping. All right, so first thing we're gonna put in, we're gonna add, I have a couple frozen chicken breasts, so I'm gonna pop those in. And we've got 2 cans, some Great Northern beans. Those were drained but not rinsed, she said in the recipe. A can of the green chilies. It actually says 2. I don't think I want 2 in here. I'm gonna just go with 1. Okay. Then she says we've got a bunch of spices, lots of good stuff. And I didn't have any garlic powder, so I'm gonna put in some just minced garlic, and I'm gonna actually add some onion to mine as well. All right, and I'm gonna add it, instead of just the, box or cans of chicken broth, I like to use this. It's a lot cheaper, and it doesn't take up as much space in my pantry. So I put in 1 little blob in with a little over a cup of water. It says about 1.75 cups. So it's almost 2 cups. I'm gonna blop that in. And then I've also got a bag of like the steamable corn. I'm just gonna put the whole bag in. You can use canned if you like. I just like the convenience of a bag of frozen corn. All right, that's it. So let's just get this in here, kind of mushed up. I think I'm gonna add a little more water to it, and then we'll let it cook. Count's already headed down. We'll let this go and I'll show you when we get to 7 hours. And at that point, we'll add in the cream cheese, and instead of the half and half, I'm gonna use almond milk. See you in 7 hours. All right, so it still has about 41 minutes to go from the 7 hours I originally set it for. So I shredded up the 2 chicken breasts that I cooked in here, and I'm just gonna pop them back in. And there's a piece of the chicken. It cooked the chicken perfectly. It was very easy to shred. So now we're just gonna dump all that chicken in there. All right, chicken's in. And we're just gonna stir this up and let it continue. And in just a little bit, I'm gonna add the cream cheese and let that, yeah, I probably am gonna go ahead, I think, and add in the cream cheese now. And let it finish going, and we'll add in the almond milk as well. So I'm just gonna add in 4 ounces of a lighter cream cheese. I'm using the third less fat, the Neufchâtel. If that's not how you pronounce it, feel free to correct me. So I'm just gonna blob that chunk in there, and then you can just let it sit and kind of melt in. There's no point in trying to stir it in right now. Just let it soften, and then you can kind of whisk it in later when it softens beautifully. And then the recipe called for a 1/2 cup or 4 ounces of half and half. I'm not going to use half and half. I'm just going to use some almond milk, not the vanilla almond milk, just the plain unsweetened. And I'm just going to add a little bit in. I don't need a lot. I feel like the cream cheese is actually going to make it pretty creamy. I'll just give it a little bit of a stir. This is not a very soupy soup. It's pretty thick and hearty. So just leave your cream cheese there and let it melt. And we'll put the top back on, and it's still got about 37 minutes left to go. We'll let it go, and then we'll see what it looks like.